Hey everybody, it's Yasmin. I'm back in the garden. It's now night time and I'm doing take 2. I've got the crazy filter on. I don't know if I should or not, but I do. So, hello somebody. Now we're about to put the unfortunately I'm not going to be able to see.
Well, yes, you can do that on your computer.
I might be able to on there, yeah. And there's no way to plug the right, we just need to lean it back a little bit. Hi everybody. I just wanted to get on before we were ready, just because I didn't want you to think I wasn't turning up. So what happened today was that, are you going to be able to see the fire? Not too far, darling, because I won't be able to see the fire. It's nice to see the fire. Yeah, that'll be fine. What happened earlier today was that, actually we don't know what happened today.
Do we know if it's charging?
I've no idea, my darling. Why don't you just quickly click the button,
which one?
And then look at the charging thing. Is it?
I can't.
Hello, we're back. All right, so I'm going to let my beautiful husband exit the garden and shut the door. So we've got a somewhat intimate space here. I actually wouldn't mind being a little bit closer so I can read your comments, but it's just a little bit hard. Hey everybody. All right, so it's take 2. So it was really funny because what I actually wanted to do tonight was I wanted to come out here at night, but for some reason I'd arranged it at midday. And anyway, guess what happened? The feed went dead. And I didn't know, so I've literally already done a full moon ceremony today, and I just did it. So obviously I need to do a private and personal one, and now I'm going to do another one, which you can hopefully join in on. So I'm not going to try and do what I did before, because I can't even remember what I did before really, but what I am going to say is we are here. We are grateful to be here, and this is a really powerful full moon. It's a potentially very healing full moon. So, you know, if you've got something in your life that you want to heal, now is the time to bring it to mind. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine in Australia today, and she was saying it's really good before you do the fire ceremony to call in Ganesha, which I often do anyway, but we're going to do it together. Well, I'm going to chant the Ganapati chant, if you know it, and we're also going to call in the angels. And the way that we do that is we get some incense. So in India, one thing I've learned there, amongst many things, is that they actually use incense to call in angels. I'll be able to put the incense into the flower pot and I'll be able to smell it. I have to apologise for the state of our backyard. It's very much as it was when we moved into the house, and we haven't done anything to it yet, so I hope nobody's too outraged. We do have plans to make it more beautiful eventually. All right, so I'm going to light the fire, and I'm going to chant to Ganesha as we invite the Devi and the goddess into the fire. My husband's smiling at me from the kitchen. Here we go. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Darling, if I've got any ghee, Olivier? Darling, you can't hear me. I wanted to put some ghee on the fire, but he doesn't hear me, can't hear me, so. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Okay, well we do. We have got some.
Is it upstairs?
Maybe. Just going upstairs to find the ghee. What a lovely man. Here we go, one more time. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And so we call in Ganesha to be in the fire, to protect us, to lead us. And we light the incense to call in the angels. And remember, angels are found in, like, I think most religions. You know, they're found in Christianity, they're found in Hinduism, in Judaism, you name it, they're in it. So they're not, you know, some people think, oh, angels are so kind of Christian, say. But, you know, they're also, if you feel more comfortable, oh, thank you, darling. Actually, can I get a wooden spoon, please?
Instead?
Yep, and a little bowl, please.
Like,
A little tiny bowl, like a Louis bowl. Sorry. All right, so hopefully you can see the fire. And the fire is really powerful at the time of the full moon, because we are going to put all our cares and all our worries and all our upsets and all our dramas in there. Thanks, darling. And I actually thought, thank you, darling. I actually thought what I would do tonight is I would do something a little bit more in the tradition of the ashram where I've been going for the past, I don't know how many years, and do some straight chanting, and I hope that's going to be okay with you. My suggestion would be for you, if you can, obviously not if you're driving, my suggestion would be to simply put your headphones on and we'll chant together. I'll keep the fire going. It's a very healing full moon, I told you that. And it's really important to think about what you want to heal and to ask yourself, what would my life look like if I were healed, or when I'm healed? What would my life look like? What would be different? So let's just spend 1 second just thinking of that. What would your life look like if it were healed? Just think of a mental image of what life would look like if you were healed. Because you know what? It's so important to be able to visualize what you want. You know, if you can't visualize it, it's going to be hard for you to manifest it. It's really important to understand that. Visualization is so powerful. And I'll just mention again, for those of you who haven't heard me say this already this week, I'm reading this amazing book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's interested in manifesting. And it talks about the power of manifesting. It was written in 1960, okay? So it's got a few years on the clock. How many is that? Like 60 years old. It's all about manifesting, which we're all learning about now, and it's so powerful. Okay, so I'm actually going to just do some chanting. I'm just going to chant to the triple goddess, Narayani, which is made up of, or who is made up of, Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance, Saraswati, the goddess of language and music and the arts and divine feminine wisdom, and Durga, the goddess with the power to destroy ignorance. And I'm going to sing Om Namo Narayani, which means I surrender to the divine, okay? And I'm going to ask you to join in with me. And as we sing, as we chant, we surrender to the divine, okay? And then we're going to call on the moon to cleanse us. Then I'll do a card, and that might be it. That might be it. All right, so Om Namo Narayani, if you want to join with me, chanting. And in between I say Swaha, which means, I believe it's Sanskrit, and means offering, and that's when we offer the ghee. So I've got ghee here, which my lovely husband went and got for me really quickly. And you just put ghee on the fire, And so you have the incense to bring in the angels, which I've got the incense burning, and the ghee is to feed the angels, and the ghee and the fire feeds the angels actually. So here we go. I'm going to do, I'm just going to do some, I'm not even going to count them. Probably, I don't know, 10 Om Namo Narayani's, maybe a few more. We'll see how we go. Join with me, and if you don't want to chant, just listen and chant silently. It's actually more powerful to chant silently. So here we go. I'll just go until the ghee's all used up. How's that? So, giving all our problems to the divine. Any issues you have, just give them to the divine. Any resistance you have, give it to the divine. All right? Om Namo Narayani Swaha. Om Namo Narayani. Actually, I'm not going to say Swaha. I'm just gonna give the ghee. Om Namo Narayani. 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 And if there's anything you want help with, give that to the divine now too. Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. And if there's something that you really, really want that you've been aiming to manifest and it hasn't manifested yet, surrender that to the divine now too. Om Namo Narayani. And if there's any fears you have, maybe related to the pandemic or maybe just in general, surrender that to the divine now too. Om Namo Narayani. And now if you think you can trust the divine with all your hopes and dreams and your wishes, surrender yourself to the divine. Om Namo Narayani. And if there's anyone that's wronged you, any injustices you feel you've received, Any past experiences you're ready to let go of, surrender them to the divine now too. Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. I've just come up with a new project that I'm going to be working on with Hay House. I'm going to surrender that to the divine. You can surrender maybe one of your own projects. Just surrender it. Om Namo Narayani. If there's an argument you've been having with someone, anything you feel you've done wrong, anything you feel anyone else has done wrong, surrender that to the divine. Om Namo Narayani. And now, let's surrender October to the divine. Om Namo Narayani. Just close your eyes. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 And I feel strongly Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin with a message for us all. Be compassionate and be merciful to yourself and other people. Everybody's having a tough time right now, or nearly everybody, in one way or another. This year has brought even the strongest people to their knees. So let's just put our troubles in the fire as we ask Kuan Yin to help us to be compassionate and merciful. And we call on Kali, who's also with us, to help us be brave as we move through what is hopefully the end of this dark year that's been so difficult for so many people. 3 chants to Kali. Om Kaliye Namaha. Om Kaliye Namaha. Om Kaliye Namaha. Om Kaliye Namaha. And now we're going to draw down the moon's energy to draw out all the negativity from us. It's so important to get out on the night of the full moon and cleanse not just your crystals, but also yourself. So if you can go outside, do it now. Just allow the moonbeams shine down on you, wherever you are, even if you're inside. You might feel changes in your body as you do that. Let the moonbeams go all the way down through your crown chakra, through your head, your neck, your shoulders, in through your palms, your arms, down through your body, filling you up, your legs, your feet, your toes. And now ask the moon to cleanse you. Cleanse me, moon. Just see the moonlight coming back up through you and up to the moon to be transmuted. And just remember, this is the full moon in Aries, so it's the start of the new full moon cycle. So, you know, if you want to commit to working with the moon for 12 months, let's do it here together, and we'll say it together. I know that the full moon can bring me forgiveness and healing, and I commit to working with the full moon every month for the next 12 months. Or just hit the like button if you're committing. Alright, so I'm going to do a card in a minute, but first of all, we're going to read the, I see lots of people committing. Excellent. We're all in this together. So good for me to do this because it means I get out here and do it. Alright, where are we? Alright, so now it's time for the formula for forgiveness. Reason being, forgiveness releases karma. Okay, so any dramas, any upsets, any karma, it's time to let it go. So, again, close your eyes. We're going to forgive ourselves and other people. Here we go. Under the glorious full moon, repeat it after me, silently or out loud. Under the glorious full moon, I forgive everything, everyone, every experience, every memory of the past or present that needs forgiveness. I forgive positively everyone. I also forgive myself of past mistakes. The universe is love, and I am forgiven and governed by love alone. Love is now adjusting my life. Realizing this, I abide in peace. I bring love and healing to all my thoughts, beliefs, and relationships. I learn my lessons and I move on. I call on my soul fragments to be cleansed by the full moon, and I call on them to rejoin me. I send love to myself and everyone I know and everyone who knows me in all directions of time. Under this glorious full moon, I am healed. My life is healed, and so it is. Hands between your breasts or between your chest, so be it. And I want you to really know that this is very much a turning point tonight. It's a turning point day. Okay, it's a turning point day. So where do you want your life to turn? Where do you want to go next? You know, it doesn't matter what sign you are. It doesn't matter if you're Aries or Libra or Capricorn or Gemini. It doesn't matter. It's a turning point. So where do you want your life to turn? We're coming up towards the end of the year. There's going to be some big astrology. This month we're going to have the Jupiter-Neptune connection, which is going to be amazing for meditating. And if you're in my Sun, Moon and Stars membership, we're going to be doing a special meditation on October the 11th to tap into those energies. So don't miss out. And then in November and December, we're going to get some really powerful astrology, including the move of Jupiter and Saturn into Aquarius, which is going to change the life of so many people, make it so much easier for some people. Other people, you're moving into a time where you're going to have to learn some lessons, but that's fine. We're all here to evolve, aren't we? And then we're also going to be getting the eclipses as well. So big times coming up, guys. Big times. So should we finish with a card? And what I'm going to ask you to do for the card is I'm going to ask you to write down in the comments or say it out loud or write it down on a piece of paper. What are you releasing this full moon? What are you releasing? What do you know you have to let go this full moon, okay? Write it in the comments for me. My lovely incense from India here. I'm going to give you a second to write it in the comments what you are releasing. I'm actually just going to do 3 chants. Again, Om Namo Narayani. Okay, here we go. Giving it up to the divine. Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. Put your hand on your heart, in between your breasts, on your heart chakra, and just say, I leave the past behind, so be it. All right, let's do a card. I know plenty of you have my Moonology cards. Do you also have the book I was using before, just in case you didn't know, is my Moonology book. A lot of people don't know that the cards and the book are the same family. All right, here we go. A card for the full moon. This is it here. All right. Oh, it's a beautiful, it's my favorite card. it's the you and your loved ones are safe card, which is the most beautiful affirmation that whatever you're doing, it's good for your family, it's good for you, it's good for the people you love. Whatever you're releasing, don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. You and your loved ones are safe. And that's the best message any of us can get, don't you think? You and your loved ones are safe. That's my favourite message. All right, so on that note, I'm going to probably ask Olivier to come out here and press the finish button. I actually can't see your comments. I can only see all your love hearts. Oh, my darling. So I'm going to go and read the comments. I hope I didn't forget anything. I did the forgiveness. We connected to the full moon. Did a card. We talked about the fact it's healing. It's a turning point. I think that's everything. And we put it all in the sacred fire. All right. So on that note, I'll see you back here maybe for the new moon.